Hey, what is up, everybody? This is Stevie Breach coming to you here today. Yesterday, one of the biggest days that we've had in professional wrestling, honestly, in a long time. The effects of Cody Rhodes leaving AEW, becoming official, I think is still making words out there that, people still trying to break down what it's going to be. And as of right now, I think it's all but a done deal that Cody Rhodes is going to WWE. I still can't wrap my head around it. I don't know if he's going to be coming there to be a top star. I don't know if he's coming there to sort of be in charge of wrestling on the shows. Like, hey, we like what you did with AEW. We want you to be a brand builder. I don't know if he's going to be sort of like somebody who is in charge of creative. I don't know. I mean, there's lots of people thinking that there's a chance that he'll show up at the Saudi Arabia Elimination Chamber this Saturday. There's some people think that he's going to be at Wrestlemania this year. If he's at Wrestlemania, I don't know what to do with him. I don't know who you put him up against. There's some people who say that, he should be going after Brock Lesnar or Roman Reigns. I love Cody Rhodes. I got a lot of Cody Rhodes t-shirts. I can honestly tell you that I've never met Cody. I've always wanted to meet him, but the fact that we haven't had meet and greets or like big conventions in the last couple of years, even then, I'm surprised I never met him at an Access or anything like that when he was in WWE. But I love the guy. I think he's awesome. I love the persona that he came up with. I love that he built something in AEW. The fact to have the balls to step out there and be the face of a company. None of us really knew who Tony Khan was, and go up against Vince McMahon. Basically the WWE was offering money to them when their Ring of Honor deals came up, and they had to choose if they were going to be a part of WrestleMania with him and the Young Bucks, or if he was going to go and do the AEW deal, and they went off on their own, and that's a huge gamble. I really don't know. I mean, I was listening to one podcast today. I think it was called MacMania. And, the match that he said he wanted to see Cody in at WrestleMania was against Cesaro. Cody Rhodes versus Cesaro is going to be a great wrestling match. Cody Rhodes on the WrestleMania stage that's already headlining Brock Lesnar against Roman Reigns because of the fact of what happened at the Royal Rumble. That to me to me, honestly, the Intercontinental title match doesn't even matter. If you're not in one of the main championship matches, if you're not in one of the, I guess you could say Raw versus SmackDown Dream matches, or the returning legend match, I guess you can say, I think you just get swallowed up, and it's almost like you're just like a time eater, the way it is. I think you bring Cody Rhodes back, you put him in a match against Cesaro, that is almost like the kiss of death to Cody Rhodes. The fact that, you're going to be here for however long your contract is. You're going to get paid a big time to come over and be a part of WWE, but maybe you'll get a couple of Intercontinental title runs. Maybe you'll get a U.S. title run. You ain't touching that WWE Championship. I mean, they built Cesaro up. He had one hell of a match against Roman Reigns. The match, the pay-per-view after WrestleMania, I think it was Backlash last year. But Cesaro hasn't really reached the potential that he should have, and I just look at that as kind of a throwaway match. Cody versus Seth would be fun, but I just don't know how you bring him in. Some people are pointing the finger, Cody Rhodes versus Triple H. Now we don't know how Triple H, his health is. I mean, we've seen this guy rush back from quad injuries and pec injuries to make sure that he's a part of WrestleMania. When he got hurt in that match against, it was DX against the Brothers of Destruction, over, I think it was Crown Jewel or something like that, the tag match that never should have happened for Shawn Michaels to come out of retirement. That was, that was crazy. That the fact, I can't remember what month that damn show was, but Triple H got hurt and he was able to still come back and face Batista at WrestleMania 35 and still have one hell of a match because of how much that match meant to him and how much that match meant to Batista. How Batista wanted to go out, basically on top. The only match that he wanted was him and Triple H, and WWE wanted to make sure that they gave that last match to the fans because of how big the Batista comeback was. And then he went out to be a movie star, and then even after his movies were hitting, he wanted to come back and tip his hat to the wrestling crowd because I think he knew he would never be that Marvel Disney star if it wasn't for his time in WWE. But, Triple H versus Cody, I think what they could do is maybe have, like, Vince bring Cody out and basically say, like, how much Dusty Rhodes meant to him, and how much he meant to the wrestling business, and, and that Cody's father is gone and Dusty. Maybe Vince would say something like, he would, be that fatherly influence. And that's kind of like a shot at Shane at the same time, I guess you can say, because he's not there. And that, he brought him in to, like, be that fatherly role for Cody. Then, I guess that would, like, bring Triple H out. And Triple H, there's not his son, but it's his son-in-law. And then basically you get tear back the wall that, here he is putting the guy over that was trying to put him out of business with AEW. And, Vince basically sunk Triple H's ship. They lost that Wednesday Night War. They'll never admit it, but they did. AEW was kicking the shit out of NXT, and NXT was headlined with guys like Keith Lee, Adam Cole, Tommaso Ciampa. They had star value. So it wasn't the fact that, they didn't have the right people there. They built a dream roster out of, Ring of Honor and other independents to put them on the map. And, AEW was beating them because it was just something fresh and it was something new. And, Vince basically sunk NXT. He went with NXT 2.0. It looks like now they're sort of going the direction where Shawn Michaels is going to be molding these guys. I think it all comes down to like an ego trip almost, that, Vince is embarrassed that, WWE lost this war, that he basically kicks him out. Like, you gotta go. And that's, what's kind of weird. But you bring Cody in, you have him immediately face Triple H. Triple H never wins at WrestleMania. I think Triple H would have no problem putting Cody over if he knew that Cody was going to be a big deal in the foreseeable future. And I think it would be good to, like, build that brand and pump that out there. So I still don't think this match has a big chance of happening. If Cody goes back to WWE, I think that, yeah, it'd be fun. And maybe it could happen. But, as of right now, I just don't see it.